Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me, everybody. Yeah, okay, good. Let me just speak a bit about the Constitution. The first section of the Constitution has a title called Republic of South Africa. And that basically reads, and I'll just read the beginning of it, the Republic of South Africa is one sovereign democratic state founded on the following values, and then there are four values, but the first one is human dignity, the achievement of equality, and the advancements of human rights and freedoms. And what we are doing in this month, March, which is Human Rights Month, because of March 21 being Human Rights Day, and March 21 is Human Rights Day because it's the day of the Sharpeville massacre. Sometimes you get people raising, why is it not Sharpeville Day? But each of our national days take an event and extrapolate it, make it wider. So the start of the youth uprisings on the 16th of June 1976, that's Youth Day. So it's not just what the people who died in Soweto, because there were uprisings around the country, and that becomes Youth Month. The March of the Women to the Union Buildings on the 9th of August to protest against passes. It's not the March of those women specifically that's celebrated on August 9th, it's women, and it's extrapolated out to be Women's Month. So March is basically Human Rights Month. I read the first part of the Constitution, and that section of the Constitution can only be amended by a 75% majority. All the rest of the Constitution is 2/3, but those values can only be amended by 75%, 3/4 of Parliament. And as I said, those values are human dignity and equality. And it's because under apartheid and the period before apartheid of colonization, there was no equality. And human dignity of other human beings were undermined. So human dignity and equality are values, but they're also rights. And what we've then got in the Constitution is a whole chapter of the Bill of Rights. I counted about, I think it's 26 sections. There's a number of rights in each section, but the first one is the right to equality. The second one is the right to human dignity. The third, surprisingly, is the right to life. You'd think that would probably be the first, but it was regarded as more important. Equality was regarded as more important. Human dignity, and then the fourth, the right to freedom and security of the person. But in basically promoting human rights, and particularly, the rights of equality and the right of human dignity, it's how we treat people. So Gaddafi, you'd raised, in terms of the issue of people with albinism, actually the fourth right, the right to security, not to be attacked because of having albinism. But the issue is actually, no, we need to be going further than that. We need to be saying a person with albinism must be treated with dignity, must be treated equally. So we've got to actually look at treating people. A lot of people would say, I want dignity for myself. But actually, and it's important to have dignity and equality for yourself, but it's also important that other people have that equality, and other people are treated with dignity. We've got a lot of groups in South Africa, different people of different races, people of different religions, people of different sexual orientation, people who maybe do work that you don't like people selling sex. It's important that everybody is treated with dignity. That you may not want to do that yourself, but you actually give people the dignity that they deserve as human beings. You may not want to be a Christian, you may not want to be a Muslim, but treat them with dignity. People who have different beliefs, that kind of thing. So I just really wanted to, I think, emphasize those points. Maybe just one last point, and that's on the issue as language was raised. The Constitution was last amended in 2012, which was the 17th Amendment, which made changes, made the Chief Justice the head of the judiciary, the Constitutional Court, the top court, the apex court of the country. We've got another amendment in Parliament, which hopefully we will get the two-thirds majority for, and that is to amend the section on languages to make South African Sign Language the 12th official language. So I'm raising it because the issue of language has been raised here, but I also want to emphasize it's giving dignity to people who are deaf. That their language, the language they communicate in, is being recognized. They might be a minority, they might be a relatively small minority, but it is important that the dignity of people who cannot hear or cannot speak is recognized. Thanks very much, Masachaba.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister.